Hey everyone, it's BlueLizardJello and welcome back to Blue Plays the First Berserker Khazan, where last time we killed Aratra, Aratra, right? The giant spider with a spear. And I think the spear has the potential to be the highest DPS weapon in the game, probably by far. I also think that it is likely the highest technical weapon out of the three types we have. And it's just not clicking with me. It's not really registering and finding a healthy place in my brain to activate my hands in such a way that I can play adequately. Basically, what I'm trying to say politely is that I'm really bad at the spear. Just awful. When it clicks, it clicks. And when it doesn't, it's just a mess. So I'm going to go back to my first love, which is the dual wield. And I have put on some gear to complement. So let's take a look there. The Fallen Guardian's dual wield. Now this is part of a set, and luckily I do have 4 pieces of the armor. So that's going to give me fire attack damage 15, okay? Now I assume that that means I need to have fire attack going in order to deal fire damage. Then again, I can probably test that. So I'll have to keep that in the back of my mind. Number 2, enemy flame damage increase 15%. I have to look this up, and I'll do that here in just a second, but I believe what that means is if the enemy is actually on fire, if I have procced the fire effect or the flame effect, they will take an extra 15% damage. Then we have Ruthless. Ruthless is that absolutely amazing burn all of your stamina skill in the dual wield that I absolutely love using. I get an extra damage decrease, so basically more defense, of 35% for 3 seconds. It's not very much, but that could potentially help me out if I'm whacking on an enemy and something else comes up and hit me. But then, and I unfortunately am missing one piece, but the 5 set piece bonus on Brink Guard. In other words, if I actually perform a Brink Guard, which I tend to do quite a few of, it gives me fire attributes for 10 seconds. Every time I get a Brink Guard for 10 seconds, my weapons will actually be imbued with fire. Pretty doggone cool. Now, another thing to call out, the elephant in the room. I received a text message. Yes, you know who you are. Some very few have my phone number, and clearly mistakes were made. Because I got a text message the other night saying, Blue, why are you rocking blues when you're collecting purples? To which I responded, do you really think I can tell blue from purple? Because as a colorblind individual, for some reason, blue and purples are the bane of my existence. But I am happy to say that I can actually see the difference here. Not to mention, I don't need the colors because down at the bottom, it tells you these are uncommon, which are the blues, and then these are rare. And comparing all of these, what I'm thinking is an uncommon will roll with 1 random attribute, such as the defense of 121 here on the Fallen Guardian's top, and the rare will give you 2, such as the attack damage and the critical stamina recovery rate. Pretty cool. And then I just threw on the butcher shoes because, well, why not? For my jewelry, I have the necklace of sealed venom and the hunter's ring. Both of these are pretty much just for the stamina and the extra health. Then again, the unscathed stamina recovery rate of 6.8% is pretty fantastic. Dapphrona's index, I do have Aratra. Even among the spiders of Scaffa Cave, Aratra the Maneater is by far the most infamous. From its spinnerets, it sprays webs strong enough to hold down a raging bull, and its fangs are so sharp that a bite can slice a man clean in half. Perhaps as the result of extended exposure to the energy that filled the cave, its size and strength are worlds apart from the average spider. The enlarged spiders made their home in the cave that was frequented by humans and provided good shelter for their eggs. They spawned a host of young who in turn began to multiply, and Scaffa Cave, which was once a thoroughfare of commerce, became a land of death. Right, so to test this set out, I did fight Volbino a few more times. Pretty pleased with my performance there. But here in the crevice, because I had to go through the portal to the netherworld part of the crevice, I did actually see something that I wish I had on camera. It's nothing major, but basically one of the staircases has now been repaired. So we've unlocked what I believe to be a blacksmith. We unlocked a new section. Also, Blind did tell me that there is a way to go through that wibbly wobbly door that I saw a while ago. In fact, let's start with that. Okay, so pretending we didn't just see the blacksmith. We will eventually get out of the crevice, I promise. Oh, do I have to... Was that in the nether? Might have been in the netherworld. Okay, never mind. I'll do that before we leave the crevice. I'll go and investigate that door. But first, let's go ahead and talk to the blacksmith because I have been waiting for him.
Was it you who killed the spider thing and saved me? Thank you. Truly, thank you. I'm in your debt. Let me help you on your journey.
Big fan of this voice actor.
I hate to ask, but could you help me out one more time? I lost my hammer when that giant spider attacked me. It's special to me, a real family heirloom. You don't know the shame I'd feel if I didn't get it back. Not to mention I need it for my work.
Okay, Spider's Tomb. Entered through the Spectral Portal. Am I going to fight Aratra again?
I hate to ask again.
Does this mean Oh, no. Does this mean I can't actually utilize his services until I get the hammer back? All right.
A giant spider? What could have made it grow to such proportions? Now, there's something that could be useful in my alchemy research.
All right. Let's do some extracting of lacrima. Then again, should I sell it for gold? You know what? I think right now gold might be more important, especially if we want to buy some of those Jarling bits of gear. All right, what about Dweemuk? Anything new with you?
Did you know Kazumaka is a Bantu like me? He's the best blacksmith we've got. Anyway, you've come through for us again, General. We're in your debt once again.
So Kazumaka is the blacksmith, and he's a Bantu, but his accent is wildly different than Dweemuk's, which is interesting. All right, so what do you have here? All right, so ooh, why is this so much better? But I would lose the Brink Guard fire attribute, but you're looking at a rare level 52 that's doing 30 damage more, which is pretty high. Vitality Spheres, I think I'm good on those. I own quite a few. Do use them a lot, though. And I don't yet know what these are going to do. Obviously, it says that they're for crafting materials, but I don't know for what purpose yet. All right, let's just do common, include set items, sell all. That didn't give me a whole lot. I wish there was a way to I mean, I have a bunch of rares. What if I just got rid of my commons or my uncommons? Oh, that was a lot of money. Uh-oh. I don't know if mistakes were made, but I just made 180,000 gold doing that. In that case, we are going to buy all those. As well as those. Since I don't know what those are for yet, we don't need that. But we might want to go and talk to Dan Jin about his Jarling gear.
Finally made it out of that spider cave. I actually helped this time, didn't I?
Absolutely positively not. You watched from the shadows as I killed that spider, and then you stole the kill at the very end.
You're an inspiration, General. I want to help people, just like you do.
All right, Elamine. Sure. Whatever you say. All right, now let's hop through the portal. Talk to Daphrona.
Those spiders and other worldly creatures you saw in the cave might be linked to the disruptions in the netherworld.
All right, so we can unleash Soul Stone. By the way, there has been a patch since I last played. I know that they added some nice features, such as the Soul Stones now tell you if you have enough to unleash their energy, as well as a bunch of balance updates and fixes. Yeah, we already know about the lacrima of circulation. I guess let's unleash Soul Stones.
Now you are strong enough to unlock Soul Stone effects. Tell me, what do you desire to gain from the Soul Stones?
I still think it's all about lacrima gain when I can.
You require more Soul Stones to unlock more effects.
That's absolutely fine. Spirit of Advocacy. Oh, right. Okay. I forgot about that. Which, this is just for summoning. so I think I'll just hold off on those because I'm not planning on summoning very often. Okay, what about the Blood Phantom? Haven't talked to him in a while.
That stench from the cave. Those otherworldly beings. It's all connected to what's happening in the Netherworld. We must find out more.
Oh, and that's it. Okay. Now, it was this staircase that was broken before, and now it's no longer. So, oh, because it has a new portal. This is the Pelos Plateau, available, I guess, after the Scaffa Cave. There we go. So, Plemian Citadel, Trader revealed. Okay, we're not going to go there yet. We do have some, at least a side quest to handle. But you know what? I don't see... No. I have to be in the overworld in order to get up to that top area. I just don't recall how to get there. Oh, right. You just got to take the long way around. There we go. So a little bit further up, and this should be it right in here. And Blind Playthroughs told me that all you need to do is dodge through it. So thank you, Blind, for that. And if you want to take a look at his playthrough, he also is playing First Berserker Khazan as well as many, many other games on his channel. He is an amazingly prolific content creator. Head over to his channel. I'll have a link in the description. And there we go. And there's a chest. A full executioner set. Okay. Is that any good? It's level 38. It is rare. Okay, but let's see what we get. Stamina damage increase. Okay. Stamina damage increase of 15% is pretty big. I'm going to be breaking enemies down left and right. Brutal attack health recovery 10%. All right. That would stack nicely. Fire resistance 350. And then brutal attack damage increase 20. This is huge. This is big. And it does weigh the same as my Fallen Guardian set. I mean, I'm not going to make the switch. But that's pretty impressive. That's very impressive. Okay. Very, very interesting. Right. So now let's head back. We're going to head into the Netherworld portal. We're going to take a look at the side quest. Because I really, really, really want to use the Blacksmith. I also want to find out how I can start crafting consumables. Actually, first, real quick, let's just take a look at my memory, see if we have any vengeance points to level up with a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. Okay, so let's upgrade stats. We can only do one. Let's do stamina damage. There we go. And then we also need to take a look at my skills. In fact, let's do that really quickly here. So because we finished the Scaffa Cave mission, we now have gone beyond the mastery level that we were stuck at. So we are starting to gain mastery points again. So using the dual wield, I do have Blazing... Yeah, I have Blazing Assault. I do have Whirlwind. I absolutely love Whirlwind, as well as the two follow-ups, Swiftness and Chain. And then I have Phantom Sword Dash. Dance, rather. This is interesting. You activate this, it does cost 2 spirit, and then for the next 40 seconds, if you use Howling Blade, which I don't have, I use Whirlwind instead, or Whirlwind, he will actually follow up and attack as well, which is pretty cool. I do have Dragon Slayer, so that's holding my R2, as well as the other follow-ups, Intuition and Chain. Then I have Ruthless, absolutely love it. Wind Piercer, I'm not sold on this one yet. I got this as kind of my chase down enemy move, where if I use this skill, I throw my axe, and if it hits, I charge at the enemy. I have nothing in the penetrate tree right now, and then I do have blowback and blowback vengeance. So there we go. And I haven't put anything new, I don't believe, into the common skills yet. All right, Charnek, mountain range. Let's take a look at this skill here. The Spider's Tomb. Kazamaka asked for help. He lost his hammer in the cave, and it's the only tool he has for crafting and dismantling weapons. His skills could be crucial to my quest for revenge. So I'm heading back into the cave to find it. Once you clear this mission, you'll be able to craft and dismantle gear. It does have 1 jarling and 2 crystals. So it does sound like we're just pretty much going through the same cave again, which is a disappointing way to handle... Oh, except we now have Yetis? A disappointing way of handling side missions. All right, let's make sure we got poison cleanse, we got poison resistance, we have fire enhancer, which is good. Anything else we want on? I do like to have, you know, let's put those on just in case we really need it. And let's do some assassin's elixirs. Alright, so luckily some things are blocked off. Okay, so now we are getting the fire attribute. Excellent. Oh, what a helpful tip. Oh, that's one of those rock. What is it called? Chakas?
And escape through that gap. I can hear it.
Yeah, I'm curious. Is that a chaka? Or jaka, is that what they're called? Jocko, excuse me. So there's the wild Jocko. Then there's the granite Jocko. That's what this one is. Okay. Well, I don't want to deal with him with others. There we go. Did I get him? Nope. Trying to avoid you. Oh. A little bit of lag there. That's going to be a big hit. That's okay. Go ahead and do my phantom dance. There we go. See the phantom's doing his thing too, which is amazing. Ooh, tried to get that. There we go. Knock you down, brutal. Got him. All right, okay, great sword. You know the drill. Lots and lots of stuff. Everything just feels better. Everything feels better when dual wielding. Okay, I don't think I can climb these platforms. Right, there's 1 soul stone. Don't forget, Blue, you gotta be looking for jars too. Which is a weird thing to say, but it's true. Was there any up on this platform? Nope. Okay, we're building up lots of spirits. That's good. Oh, not safe, not safe. Love that. That is just amazing. Jarling? Ah! Awesome. Not too bad. We have a Jarling and a Soulstone already. No, no, no. One thing that I need to remember is that we want to test to see if these weapons now have innate fire damage, or if I have to... Oh, no. Oh, no. If I have to actually get a brink guard, which I imagine is the case. Got him. Don't get envenomated, Blue. What are you doing? Okay, a little bit of ruthless action. Followed by a brutal. Yes, with the execution. Not too bad. Okay. Ugh. Revenant of Adversity. I just don't have the need to do that because if you're not going to be summoning, you just don't need it. So, am I going to be fighting Aratra again? This time just another spear version like we did with Volbion? Or Volbion? Volbino? We got there in the end. Oh, you are just being difficult. Come on, I want to get a brink guard on you. Thank you. Alright, once again, when the fire runs out, get a hit and just see if any of the fire numbers pop up. A book of grim and gruesome fairy tales that has been read to tatters. Bearius the Spider's Nightmare. Uh-oh, it's going to be a bear. Once there were two bears, Bearius and Bariana, a devoted husband and wife known far and wide for their unshakable bond. After the fearsome dragon Hismar fell, the pair wandered into Scaffa Cave, where Aratra lived and decided to settle there. But the cave's original inhabitants, giant spiders, were not keen on sharing their territory. Banding together, the spiders launched a relentless assault on the bears. One tragic day, they managed to catch and devour Bariana. Oh, after Aratra's death, Bearius emerged from the depths of the cave, where he had been hiding, and began a brutal campaign of revenge against the venomous spiders. I think we know who we're about to fight. Driven to the brink of madness by their venom and even further by his unquenchable rage, Bearius tore apart every spider he found until not a single one dared to remain in the cave. Now feared as the spider's nightmare, Bearius roams the cave with a grim, twisted satisfaction. The end. Written by Decor. So that would explain why there's no spiders left. Which is actually kind of funny. Oh. Nope. Okay, so there was no fire damage on that, by the way. Need to deal with you. Good? Alright, here we go. Good. And I'm gonna wait for Ruthless. There we go. Good kill. Northern Warrior shoes, alright. Believe that might have been a purple gear. Testing my color blindness. Oh, the spear, nomad. Let's take a quick look. Oh, we also got a new codex. Oh, shoot. There's different granite Jocos. Interesting. Okay. They have the same... They have the same description completely, but now I have to shatter a granite Jocko and defeat it while it's staggered. Yeah, I just don't know how to shatter. Okay, but let's take a look. We got the Nomad's Helm. All right, Plague Resistance. 50% received damage decrease. That's when you're critical, below 50% health. Yeah, I still don't understand this. Critical. 50% received damage decrease 30%. The critical affix, if you will, means you're below 50% health. Unless it's saying critical 50%. Maybe there's... Nope, because then there's a critical at the end. Critical damage increase 30%. Max health of 500. That's significant, though. Oh, so this is actually something beyond heavyweight. This is plate armor. Didn't I just get another bit of plate? No, that was Northern Warrior. Okay. Wow. That's heavy. Jocko Hill. All right. That's going to be a shortcut, as evidenced by the fact that it's glowing. Also, I think I have lots of lacquer left, don't I? Almost 80,000. 4 upgrades. Okay, so it's willpower that gives me the best bang for my buck, right? We're doing it. Straight up willpower upgrade. And we've got an elite. Take care of you. Just because you're there. So what's the elite here? Oh no! Oh! It's the worst kind of elite. Missed it, missed it, missed it. Okay. Did you grab me? You did. Missed it. Too early. Darn. Okay. Blood dance. Ah! Oh! I was envenomated. Didn't realize. Shame. That was going fine. Need to be more aggressive. I know. I know. Now, unfortunately, I have all those Jockos to deal with. If I can at least get, yeah, get a few of them. Well, you know what we can do? Just charge these ones down. All right, here we go. Back up, back up. Am I envenomated? Not quite, no. There we go. Ooh, you responded very quickly to that. Brutal. Missed it. Ah. There we go. Yeah. A little bit more aggressive. Mysterious Glyph. Okay. Bard's Top. Fallen Lord's Legging. Oh, no, I have those. And it's the Fallen Guardian I'm after anyway. Okay. But Mysterious Glyph. Oh, level 55? It's 214 damage. It's 40 more. Oh, you're killing me. I do like the look of this, but I'm not using those skills. But I'm just thinking to lose the actual fire attribute for 10 seconds, but for 40 more damage. Oh, I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Am I relying too heavily on that? Is it just not worth it? Oh, there's our second. That's all the soul stones. We got the one jarling. Beautiful. And there's our boss. Okay. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay. Fine.
Mum, that shadow looks just like the drawing from the book Spider's Nightmare.
Oh no. That's horrifying. All right, let's rest up. So we got to go see what this boss is all about. before we set up our hot bar. The very real chance we don't need to worry about poison. All right, Bearius. Not an auspicious start. All right, we can handle that. It just got the normal bear moveset. Oh, we got lucky on that dodge. Just can't time that. There it is. Oh, can't dodge that though, or can't brink guard that. Heal. There we go. Uh-oh. We got lucky. Okay, and then heal. I'm just gonna go in. Oh! Alright, we're okay. Going right into Ruthless. Oh, he's on fire. Heal. Well, there we go. Slayer Scroll, Mysterious Glyph, Bard Shoes, Archbishops.
I'm trapped. Please, help me.
We also got the Blacksmith Hammer. Henji? Who's Henji? Oh, I guess you're up there. So this is where I came in. Is Henji the child? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. There's corpses. Do any of these look like kids? That's a horrible thing to try and investigate, Blue. Just leave. How are you trapped? In what way?
That mad bear's gone now, right? Thank you so much for saving me. I was on my way to Heinmach, but got lost, and then hurt my leg running away from the bear, and got stuck here. Please, let me give you a little something for saving me.
Unstable Soul Tearstone. Okay. Why were you heading to Heinmach?
I was looking for my brother. He's a scout on an expedition to the Snowy Mountains, but I haven't heard from him.
Oh, Benji, we found his dog tags, essentially, right before we fought Yatuga.
Yes. How did you know?
I found this in the mountains. It seems the Yetis got to him.
His necklace. We were supposed to explore together. I can't believe he's really gone. Thank you for giving this to me.
Well, we did what we need to do. And I guarantee with the spear...
Found my hammer! I expected nothing less from the great Khazan. Now I can make whatever you need.
What I was gonna say was, with the spear, I would have lost many times. All right, so we can dismantle to get crafting materials. It's great. So now we get rid of old gear by selling it for gold, exchanging it for lacrima, or dismantling. Oh, I'm excited, but that is gonna have to wait, because that's gonna do it for this episode of Blue Plays the First Berserker Khazan. Next time, we will be talking to the blacksmith, and we're gonna learn all about crafting, and it's gonna be great. And then we're gonna move on to the Pellas Plateau. So good to be back with Dual Wield. That's going to do it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you're still enjoying, and I will see you next time.